So, yung terrific morning grade 6 learners. How are you today? I am Teacher Nabila A. Mama, your science teacher. Our topic for today is based on most essential learning competencies to determine the distinguishing characteristics of vertebrates and invertebrates. So, at the end of our lesson today, you are expected to know the following. First, describe the distinguishing characteristics of each group of vertebrates. Second, classify each group of vertebrates. And the last one is list examples of each group of vertebrates. Okay, so before we continue, let us all stand for a short prayer. Are you ready? Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear Almighty Lord, we offer this day all we do, think and say. Give life to our mind, to learn lessons of all kind. Help us to be obedient and loving to all. Amen. Ya Rabbal Alamin. Good morning, children. Okay, before we continue, let us sing first. Oh, it's science time after all. Are you ready? Okay, ready? Sing! Oh, it's science time after all. Oh, it's science time after all. Oh, it's science time after all. It's a science time after all. Okay, very good. You can now take your seats. Is there any absent today from this class? Okay, none. Since nobody is an absent today, let us give ourselves 3 claps. Okay, ready? Go! 1, 2, 3. Okay, now, before we continue, let us recall our guideline in having a lesson in our classroom. Okay, what is the first reminder? Yes, Janine? Okay, sit properly. What is the second reminder? Mateo? Okay, listen to the teacher. And what is the third reminder? Yes, Chelsea? Okay, raise your hand if you want to ask or say something. Do you understand? Okay, but before we proceed our new lesson, let's have review our previous lesson. Okay, may I check? Okay, what are the systems in our body? Okay, very good. We have skeletal system, digestive system, and respiratory system. Okay, so we are now ready to proceed to our next topic. Okay, before we start our lesson, let's have fun and exciting game first. Our game is called What's That Animal? I will show you 5 pictures of animals, and all you have to do is to identify and name these animals. Okay, are you ready? Okay, let's begin. What's that animal? Okay, that's a carabao. And what's that animal? Right, that's a dog. And what's that animal? You're correct. That's a milkfish. And what's that animal? You're correct. That's a turtle. And what's that animal? Yes, that's a frog. Okay, did you know that those animals are what we call vertebrates? Do you have any idea what is vertebrates? Yes, vertebrates are animals that have backbone. Okay, now, I will present several pictures of some animals and I want you to classify their group of vertebrates. Very good! Vertebrates are grouped according to their common characteristics. These are 5 classifications or groups of vertebrates. We have mammals, fish, birds, reptiles, and amphibians. Now, we will have a learning trip inside the classroom, but I will group you into 5. The classroom has 5 different learning areas. This is Learning Area 1, Learning Area 2, Learning Area 3, Learning Area 4, and Learning Area 5. Each learning area offers a different topic for you to observe and examine. Now, I will give each group a different designated learning area, and after 3 minutes, you have to proceed your next learning area until you complete all the learning areas. And as you go on, you have to write your observations in your notebooks. You understand? Very good. Okay, before we continue, let us recall our guideline in conducting a group activity. Okay, what is the first step? Yes? Read the directions carefully. What are the other guidelines? Yes? Respect your group mates. What else? Okay, work cooperatively and silent. Okay, now, Group 1 will be assigned to Learning Area 1. Group 2 will be assigned to Learning Area 2. Group 3 to Area 3. Group 4 to Area 4. And Group 5 to Learning Area 5. Group 1 will start first. Okay, thank you, Group 1. Group 2. Okay, Group 2 is finished. Group 3. Next, Group 4. Okay, Group 5. Okay, are all groups finished? Okay, please go back to your seats and I will give you 2 minutes writing your observations in your notebook. Now, let us hear and examine your observations from activity earlier. Please choose a reporter to answer my questions. Are you ready? Okay, let us begin with Group 1. Okay, Group 1. What are your observations in the mammal animal? What are these animals' body covering? Okay, mammals are covered with hair or fur for protection. Based on the picture, how are these animals are born? Yes, they are born in forms that resemble their parent. Okay, how do the mother mammals feed their young babies? Correct. Mother mammals feed their young by providing them with milk. Okay, what body part do they use to breathe air? Yes, they use their lungs to breathe. Okay, here are some examples of mammals. Cat, human, dog, whale, bat, and many more. Okay, let us go with group 2. We have the pictures of chicken and dog, which is classified as bird. Okay, what is your observation? What are these animals' body covering? Yes, birds are covered with feathers and have wings which help them to fly. And how do they reproduce? Okay, you're right. They reproduce by laying eggs. How many feet do they have? Okay, they have 2 feet. Okay, here are examples of birds. We have eagle, dove, chicken, duck, ostrich, and many more. Okay, group 3. What are your observations in fish in the little aquarium? What do they have on their bodies? Correct. They have scales on their bodies to protect. Where do they live? Very good. The fish live in water. It can be in the ocean, river, lake, or in a pond. How do fish reproduce? Yes, they reproduce by laying many eggs. How do fish live in the water? Okay, very good. They have tails for moving, fins for steering and maintaining balance, and gills for breathing underwater. Now class, here are some examples of fish. We have tuna fish, catfish, goldfish, shark, matambaka, and milkfish. Okay, now group 4. We have a picture of turtle and crocodile, which is classified into reptiles. Now, let's talk about reptile. Okay, group 4. Based on your observation, what do reptiles body covering? Yes, they are covered with dry skin and hard skins. Now, where do reptiles live? You're right. They live in the water and on land. They are more adaptable to live on land an extended period of time because they have developed lung and body structures. How do reptiles reproduce? Yes, they reproduce by laying eggs. Okay, so the turtle, snake, lizard, and crocodile are examples of reptiles. Okay, last but not the least, group 5. We have the video clip of a frog, salamander, and toads, which is classified into amphibians. Based on your observation in the video clip, what are these animals' body covering? Yes, you're right. They have moist and smooth skin on their bodies. Do you know that toads are usually stay on land for a long period of time, while frogs usually stay in the wetland or in the water? Okay, based on that video, where do amphibians live? Correct. They can live both in the water and on land. They still live in water when they are still young. Thus, they have gills to breathe. As they grow older, they live on land. Their gills disappear and develop their lungs. Okay, how do amphibians reproduce? Right. They lay soft eggs without shells in the water. Okay. Salamander, toad, and frog are examples of amphibians. Okay, class. Vertebrate animals can be either warm-blooded or cold-blooded. Okay, what does it mean if an animal is a warm-blooded? Yes, if an animal is a warm-blooded, they were able to maintain their body temperature regardless of their surroundings. They can sweat and have fur on their skin and feather to help them warm. Meaning, only mammals and birds are warm-blooded animals. Okay, how about the cold-blooded animals? Yes, cold-blooded animals such as reptiles, amphibians, and fish will move around during the day to warm up or cool down their body. Yes, because their body temperature could vary dramatically depending on the environment. Okay, I know you've learned a lot from this day's lesson. So anyone who can summarize the lesson? Yes, exactly. Vertebrates are animals that have backbone, and they are classified into 5 groups, namely mammals, birds, fish, reptiles, and amphibians. Most mammals do not lay eggs. They give birth to their young and they feed their young with milk, which is produced by mammary glands. They are found in our community, like cat, dog, carabao, and cows. Birds are animals that have feathers, wings, and lay eggs. Examples are eagles, chicken, duck, and dove. Fish are animals covered with scales, and they spend all their lives in water. Reptiles are covered with hard and dry scales. They lay their eggs on land. Crocodiles, snakes, lizards are some examples of reptiles. Amphibians such as frog, newt, salamander lives in water when they are young. When they mature, they live on land to survive. Okay, now I will give you an activity sheet and you have to write your name at the top of the paper. You have to identify the animals described below and choose your answer from the box below. Please write your answer in activity sheet. Is that clear? Okay, now I will give you 5 minutes to accomplish this activity. Okay, group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4, and group 5. Okay, you can now begin this activity. Okay, are all groups finished? Okay. Please raise your ball pens and wave it 3 times. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, collect all the activity sheets and give it back to me. Okay, let us check your work. Okay, very good. Now, for your assignment, I'm giving you another activity. In a bond paper, write your name at the top of the paper and you have to draw 2 animals familiar to you and list their distinguishing characteristics. You understand? Okay, now, pack your things and let us all stand for our closing prayer. Are you ready? Okay, let us pray. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Almighty Lord, thank you for guiding us for all the things we've done today. Please watch and guide us on our way. Take us home safely and protect us. Amin ya Rabbal Alamin. Okay, goodbye children.